Good
Okay.
morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. You are from Thiruvananthapuram.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And what is the reason behind the big, huge statue of Lord Padmanabh Swami?
Yes, sir. Actually, it's in Padmanabha Swami temple, and the statue of Padmanabha is in Ananta Shayanam pose. So he is leaning on the serpent Ananta in Vaikuntham. So that's how it arrived.
But why is it so huge?
Sir, I am not aware of the specific details of why is it used. It's made of shaligramas. So they decided to take inspiration from a temple in Tamil Nadu. So they wanted a different, unique thing about the deity. So that's why I'm not aware why it's used, sir.
Okay. Now, I was going through your DAF. You have mentioned that you gave a speech in Parliament
Yes, sir.
about Ambedkar on
Yes,
Ambedkar Jayanti.
yes, sir.
Tell me what is the how did you go there?
So I was participating in the National Youth Parliament competition, and I wanted to, and the opportunity that they gave was to participate in Parliament and speak. But unfortunately, in the state level, I was not selected. So I was placed fourth. So only top three from the state go to the Parliament. And as fate would have it, after a month after the competition, they invited youth from different parts of the country, especially those who were fourth ranked in the previous competition, to reflect on how the leader affected your life and how what are your views on the leader on the leader's birthday. So it was a program by the parliament, and seven students got to speak, and I was fortunate to be one of the seven who
Okay.
spoke.
And uh, how the life of Ambedkar influenced you in your assessment?
So, with the little knowledge that I have about Ambedkar, one thing I have understood is that he always had an objective outlook towards any issues and problems. He always used to analyze what is the scientific basis, if there is a scientific basis towards it. And also, whenever he used to criticize an issue or a problem, he always looked at the opposite side. Like whenever he criticized the caste system, he used to be thorough with the Shastras too, not only just one single dimensional view. So he used to analyze whether this has any basis in the Shastra. So he used to analyze both the sides. So that was these two things were very important.
Okay. With your background in geology, what do you think is the best way to handle zoonotic diseases?
So Kerala perspective, sir.
No, in general.
Okay. Uh, so I asked Kerala perspective because here we are facing specific problems because of monsoon and all. We are facing a lot of vector-borne diseases, and also due to increasing population density. And there is also the incidence of Nipah, and that is due to habitat fragmentation and also declining fruit populations in the forested areas. So one way we could face this coming from a zoology background is by awareness among the community regarding these zoonotic diseases, because community engagement becomes very necessary if we want to prevent this in long term. But sir, for short term measures, we could use some measures that I have seen in Odisha about seed balls dropping in forested areas so as to have a specific fruit trees there so that they don't venture out into the habitats of the humans for eating the fruits. So that will prevent this collision between animals and humans as such. So these are the two ways, sir.
Okay. Uh, Suppose you are made district magistrate of Thiruvananthapuram.
Sir, I couldn't hear it, sir. Could you repeat?
Suppose you are made deputy commissioner or district magistrate of
Okay.
Thiruvananthapuram. How will you use your geology knowledge to handle animal human conflict?
Yes, sir. So the Reasons, I would try to identify the reasons for the human animal conflict here. First of all, some of the reasons that I am aware of is because of venturing prey populations into human areas. Like the most significant preys, like wild boars, they venture out, and chasing them the predators come, and as a result they are coinciding with human settlements. So that is one reason. Then the second is about urbanization and displacement of habitats, which is happening at the edge of the ecosystems. So, sir, the measures which I might take is to go for, first of all, indigenous measures. So, recently I read about how in Munnar they were practicing turmeric cultivations, since it has a natural deterrent against animals like elephants and all. So, it is acting as a natural deterrent. So, the second would be to train the volunteers and the people who are living there to face any kind of human animal conflict. And so the third would be to initiate something like a sensor system, an integrated system, so that we are getting alerted when such incursions are occurring.
Okay, one final question from my side. Uh, it is a futuristic question. Uh, do you think that stem cell research in animals, certain animals which are having a conflict with the human population, so stem cell research in those animals over a period of time, let us say 1 century or 2 centuries, can control the aggressive behavior of such animals, whether it is a tiger, whether it is an elephant, whether it is a boar, whether it is something else. Think about it and then tell the answer.
Actually, why we use stem cell research in these animals, especially the pig that we take, is to take trials on it. Because we have seen when we compare the genome of these animals, the pig or the humans, it is more closer. That is why we are using them as animals. But I'm not aware if we will be able to reduce the conflicts with the stem cell research, sir.
Okay, think about it.
Yes, sir.
Think about it. It is if the interviewer goes into your zoology background, there is a possibility of such question being asked. Think about it. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll read upon it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Tripathi.
Okay. Very good morning to you, Anusha.
Good morning, sir.
And I understand you are from Thiruvananthapuram. What
Yes.
is the ODOP of Thiruvananthapuram?
Sorry, sir. I couldn't hear.
ODOP, one district, one product.
Oh, okay. Sir, I'm
Read
not able
about it.
to.
It's handloom.
Yes, sir.
And what are two problems that you can identify impeding development, further development of Thiruvananthapuram?
So the first problem that I have identified is waste management. We have a lot of clogged drains and also rivers which are polluted due to the insufficient waste management that we have followed. The sir second would be urban mobility. We face a lot of traffic congestion issues specifically. These are the two problems.
Okay, so traffic congestion, are you going to follow the Mumbai model?
Uh,
Very
sir,
recently, against noise pollution, they had a very good system.
sir,
Have you read about it?
sir, I'm not aware about it. I'll read
Okay,
upon it.
no problem. Now I see from your DAF, your hobbies and interests: elocution, quiz, debate, speech in parliament, dance, reflective journalism, NCC. I'm quite impressed. Have you really left any area untouched?
No, sir, I had interest in multiple areas. I've
Right.
tried to touch all
Very
of
good.
them.
That's very good. Tell me, we imported some tuna cheetahs from Namibia.
Yes, sir,
You
cheetahs.
remember? And a lot of them died. Why? Was it mismanagement? Were they not taking proper care of it, or what? What reason could you assign to it?
So, first reason that, to my understanding, is that we are relocating them from their natural habitat to another habitat. So initially, when we try to relocate them, there might be adaptation issues, acclimatization issues towards the new habitat. And so second would be there would be also a problem of natural prey populations also. Their diet differences might be there. The way they behave in a particular environment might be there. So these two might be the reasons.
Okay. Now, how do you think a geologist can become a district administrator? What what are the qualities that you will take you will take from your professional qualification?
So one thing that zoology has taught me is observation. We particularly, since also have a research background, there is a lot of observational qualities which has developed to observe it more closely. Then the second would be, sir, a scientific temper, a scientific outlook towards things, rather than emotional and all. We tend to look at more in a logical way also at sometimes. Then, sir, third would be it would promote a cohesion between the animals and the population with the humans. So,
Okay. Very recently, the central government has decided to rename the Raj Bhavans, the governor's residences. What is the new name now?
sir, it's Lok Bhavan.
Lok Bhavan. And governors have started having Jan Sunwai or public meetings. Don't you think it is an encroachment on elected government's powers?
So, having public meetings is not doing any harm to the democracy as such. Having public meetings is, in fact, a good way to interact with the public to know their voice directly. I think it's about supplementing the government's power rather than encroaching on the government.
Okay. Very recently, Australia was in news about social media. What was it about?
Sir, is it about the ban on social media for
Are you
children?
asking or are you telling me?
No, sir.
You are
This is
right.
what
You
I'm
are right.
aware of.
You are right. So, what is the repercussion?
Sir, I'm not aware of the particular repercussion, but a ban on children below 16 years. One thing
Hmm.
it might be because to prevent the influences, undue influences which social media can have on children's thoughts and processes and minds. And
Hmm.
so there would also be a criticism that we are not exposing them to a social media, fearing that they might not be able to do well. So these are the two angles for it. But in long term, sir, I think social media should be regulated for children, especially so that they don't fall into undue traps and.
Okay. My last question. Very recently, there had been suggestions in newspaper and media that we must try harder to get veto power in United Nations Security Council. What what's your take on it?
Sir, right now we are looking at a multipolar world and a multilateral world. No more is the situation where two particular blocks hold a power or five particular countries are holding a power. And in a democratic way, I think giving the power to multiple nations or emerging nations will only cater to how they are also looking at the world powers. I would not completely say that we should get the veto power. Rather, there should be a rotation of veto power at least, because otherwise, then it will give to power concentration in just a few hands.
Very good. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Anusha,
Yes, sir.
who's the father of zoology?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I didn't hear.
Who is the father of zoology?
Sir, Aristotle.
Okay. What did he contribute?
So he contributed to the early understanding of plants and animals.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. So tell me, you are a debater. What are the essential qualities of being a good debater?
Yes, sir. So, first is to undergo research about the topic wholly. We need to understand both the sides before we pick a side. We need to understand what are the points for the motions, and we need to understand what the opponent is thinking of. So, the second would be communication skills. to put our thoughts into an effective way. We should be able to communicate it with the audience and with the judges that are present. So third would be respect, respecting the opinion of the other debater, not engaging in aggressive attitude and all. Respecting the opinions while not demeaning the other side.
Do you think that these qualities are being demonstrated in the Parliament of India, where you just been for a speech?
Uh, so there are some instances where these are demonstrated, but largely what we observe is frequent disruptions and impatience with the debates.
Why is it so?
So the one reason would be, sir, because the opposition might not be getting enough time to produce their thoughts, so they resort to some kind of shouting and disruptions and all. So the second would be this kind of behavior has a tendency to gain attention sometimes. So that might also be because of that.
Okay, what are the qualities of a civil servant, or should be the qualities of a civil servant?
So, first would be objectivity, to look at things in an objective manner. So,
Mhm.
second would be accountability, taking accountability for the actions which are done. So, third would be political neutrality, to a
Mhm.
neutral stand when two sides are there.
Integrity, compassion, empathy, transparency, impartiality. Forgot. Okay. What happened in the CDS examination? You appeared for the interview.
Yes, sir. So actually, my father was in the Indian Army, so I had developed an admiration for the service at that point of time. But while in college, I had discovered about the civil services too. So I had naturally inclined towards this line of thing. But sir, going ahead with my decision, I didn't want any regrets. I wanted to go and appear for the CDS because I once had decided for it. So I didn't want to lose that opportunity, sir. I wanted to make sure that I was sure of it.
You were recommended for appointment?
And no, sir, unfortunately, I was conferenced out.
Okay, 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 okay. So you said Google local guide.
Yes.
What is that?
So usually when we visit some places, we already know about the place because it's there in Wikipedia and all not.
Yes,
But
yes.
the places next door to us, like the supermarket, the hospital, a restaurant, a movie theater, they don't have. So I put up reviews on Google Maps.
Okay, you put previous. Okay, good, good, good. So suppose I ask you, what is this Ditwa? Would you tell me something about?
So Ditwa is the cyclone which recently affected Sri Lankan area.
Okay, and how are the cyclones produced?
So, cyclones are produced from a low pressure zone, low pressure area, and there are winds which are rising up from that low pressure area, and they create a rain band type of formation, which creates more rains and wind patterns. So that's how cyclone works.
And how is it different from a typhoon?
So typhoon is a different name, but it's same as cyclone. It's a
Okay,
name given in China.
okay, okay. So tell me something about this Thiruvatira dance form which you practice.
So it is a group dance form, and about an year ago, me and some of the homemakers here, they had a passion towards dance, but they needed a dance which was not as classical but as simple to perform. So Tiruvadira is a traditional dance of Kerala which evolved from lifestyle of Kerala, usually performed in upper class households. Now it is performed by every communities. So in this dancer, there is a lamp in the center, and we all form circles and we perform some simple footsteps and simple designs, and it's usually for praying to the Lord. The origin is the matrimony of Shiva and Parvati, so that is why this dance is performed as a celebration.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, Anusha, over to Colonel Saab.
Good morning, Anusha.
Good morning, sir.
Anusha, you are a student of Dr. Ambedkar's life. when I read about Dr. Ambedkar and Gandhi, both great men, their relationship, it is very intriguing, so to say. I mean, I get surprised that the both great men, both loved India, both had same goal, yet there was so much difference of opinion. What was that basically because of?
So one thing that I have noticed is it's because of the difference in their environment and upbringing.
Okay.
Ambedkar was coming from a suppressed class and he has faced all the inequalities from his childhood. But Sir
Mhm.
Gandhi was comparatively born in an affluent society. So his experiences had been different from that of Ambedkar. So this was the main reason why they differed in thoughts, and therefore Ambedkar had a more pragmatic approach towards a solution or towards a problem and all, but Gandhi was more of a spiritual and idealistic opinion. So, with respect to caste, if we say, then Ambedkar wanted to annihilate the caste system completely, while Gandhi wanted reforms in society and spiritual, in a spiritual way, he wanted to reform it as such. So, this was the differences that I.
Good. All right. Basic research and applied research. You are a research scholar, I suppose. You have been intern in
Yes,
research,
sir.
right? So, how is it that in India, basic research, we have so many institutions, multiple? Any product which is even applied research, after that, it takes so much of time to come in the hands of the commercially making it viable. It takes so much of time. What is the basic problem?
So, according to my understanding, the basic problem is there is a lack of linkage between the research and its effects. So, the
Mm.
problem is, sir, we have a lot of research. For example, I'm taking off these particular areas in my area. Then we have a
Mhm.
lot of research going in environment, waste management, etc. So, we have usually have a paper with the solution, but they are never carried out after that. There are not sufficient investments into that, into carrying it out after that, or there are no other players who are coming interested in these techniques. So this is the
Okay.
main reason.
What percentage of GDP does India spend on R&D vis-a-vis some other our neighbors?
So the expenditure is 0.84%. I'm aware of that, sir.
All right. And how about some other country which you can name, some developed country, say US or China? These two we can take as example. Any
So,
idea?
so it's close to 4% according to what I have read.
Okay. Now, journaling. Journal writing is not a log kind of thing. So every journaling would be reflective journaling. What is so special about reflective journaling? Isn't every journaling, whatever you write, it is basically reflective journaling. Why do you call it specifically? Is there a separate category of reflective journaling or what?
So journaling is usually when we list it out, list the events out or something like
Now,
that. But
listing events out is a kind of log. That is not journaling.
sir, what I do, I can explain what I do, sir.
What did
So
you write last evening? Tell me.
yes, sir. I'll tell you, sir. So, sir, last evening, actually last morning, I saw this. There was an eagle. It was hovering over a target, and then after some time, it fled to a, and it perched on a very high pedestal. But there was closely a crow also following the eagle, but it could not reach the height of the eagle. After several times of trying, it finally reached that pedestal, and it was standing very close to the eagle. So, from that experience, I wrote that sometimes we human beings we also get intimidated by anyone else who has superior qualities than us, and we fail to reach that point. But sometimes some humans like the crows, they try it again and they stand close to the eagle.
Okay.
So this is what I wrote.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Anusha.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the formal part. Anusha will now discuss about the feedback. What is your own assessment?
So I think there are some areas which I could have improved. I'll read upon many of the areas, but rest of it, I felt that I might have given a good performance.
Yes, you are very articulate. You appear to be very confident. and you appear to be very pleasant. The only thing is you don't stop in between once you start answering. Try to give it little pause, because sometimes, trying to be brief and precise helps a lot on in two ways. One, you don't get unnecessarily dragged into details of that issue, which you may or may not know. Second, then there can be a lot of supplementaries on diverse issues. Okay, so try to be little brief and precise.
Okay, sir.
Read a little more about Kerala.
Yes.
Then zoology, I asked you a futuristic question.
Yes.
You should think about it, but I can give you a hint. Stem cell research over a period of time can induce mutation in the genome of the wild animals. That mutation successively cycled and repeated, let us say in 1 century, can bring down the violent behavior of the wild animals,
Okay, sir.
and they can comfortably live with human habitations. It's a theoretical kind of thing, but sometimes such theoretical thinking only may lead to the research and betterment of humanity. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Uh, Mr. Tripathi.
Okay, Anusha,
Yes, sir.
you have come out as a very good candidate, very, very good candidate, I would say, with your sound knowledge base and your articulated views. Not biased, but balanced articulated views. Only thing is, when is your interview?
Sir, not yet announced.
Okay, so what you should do is you should develop a habit of reading newspapers thoroughly every morning, even in the morning of your interview.
Okay, sir.
You might not have much time to go in details, but at least the headlines.
Okay.
That will help you a lot. And as the chairman said, you you go on and on. So just curtail that,
Okay,
because
sir.
the shorter your reply, ideally it should be 40-45 seconds,
Okay, sir.
and reasons in order of decreasing importance. Because what happens, after some time, the interviewer might lose interest in your answers. So
Okay, sir.
that is why you should impress him or her with the first three reasons which are most important.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
All the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anusha,
Yes, sir.
the best part about your personality is this pleasing disposition, and you display a very frank innocence.
Okay, sir.
And yes, and you're not kind of affected, we all get affected, by the years we gather. So please use your articulation, your skills very effectively when you go for the interview. And you were very honest about many things, which I really appreciate, especially about the tricky parliament question, which I tried to pose. So good, you are very good. And chairman has already told you to brush up, your daily news quota,
Yes.
because you, an officer, must be aware of everything when you're aspiring to be one.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Anusha, you are an excellent candidate.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
composed, confident, face. Only thing I would like you to understand is the complex relationship between Ambedkar, Gandhi, Patel, Nehru.
Okay, sir.
Because, there are a lot of things which may be asked because you are a student of Ambedkar's life. So somebody can ask you all that. But otherwise, and the CDS, what happened in the interview, it was asked by
Yes, sir.
sir. And you, I think, did not go to that. Okay. Incidentally, what happened in the interview? Why did you make it?
Sir, I've still not analyzed why I didn't make it. I was fairly sure that I had given a good performance.
No, no, good. Anyway, it was a great experience, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, sir, it was very great experience.
All the best. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, anything from your side? You want to know anything from us?
No, sir. The queries have been cleared.
Okay, then all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.